During a media briefing held at the police headquarters today, police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana responded to a statement made by the Chief Minister of the Northern Province emphasizing the need to deploy Tamil-speaking police officers to the province.
එතුමයි අදහස් පළ කරන්න බොහෝ කාලයකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා අපි ශ්‍රී ලංකා පොලිසියේ මෙවැනි සැලැස්මක් ක්‍රියාත්මක කළා.
Long before he made such a statement, Sri Lanka police put into action a plan that was developed. There are around 2,800 police officers who can speak in Tamil. 900 of these officers have been deployed to the northern province. Any person that goes to a police station in the northern province will be able to speak in their mother tongue. They will be able to interact with police officers in Tamil. We recruited around 1,500 Tamil-speaking officers following the end of the war.
නිලධාරිනියන් 1500ක් පමණ යුද්ධෙන් පස්සේ අපි බඳවාගෙන තියෙනවා.
Advisor to the United Bhikkhu Front, Venerable Girambe Anandathera, says he expects the United National Party leadership to fulfill the promise it made to the Mahasangha.
Yes, the Venerable Thera made this comment after he called on the Mahanayaka Theras in Kandy yesterday.
The time period granted to the United National Party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe to implement the proposals of the United Bhikkhu Front, which were presented on the 15th, ends in another 3 days. The 8th clause of the proposals indicate that all the proposals needed to be implemented within a fortnight. This time period expires on the 29th of this month. We have a strong belief in him. He won't lie. If he says something, he will do it, and we know it. If he says he will not, he will not. And if he says yes, he will. Therefore, we have a strong belief. He promised to fulfill the expectations of the Theras. We have a strong belief that we will receive a positive response from him. And that is what we are asking for. We expect that Ranil Wickremesinghe, the Working Committee of the United National Party and the Parliamentary Group will join and fulfill the promise that was made. This is not something personal for us. We presented the proposals to the party as the voice of the people. The United National Party is a party that rendered a great service to the country. If this party is fading away day by day, the people of the country will not be pleased with it. For democracy to prevail in a country, there is a need for the presence of a strong opposition. That is why we made these proposals.
A public meeting of the Democratic Party took place in Kaduela yesterday.
In every process and sector of this country, you can see a fraudulent procedure taking place. Roads and bridges are being made in key places, but these are not done for the betterment of Sri Lanka. These things are done to deceive the people and waste the taxpayers' money with the aim of taking commissions from the work that is done. The people have no use of carpeted roads and expressways. An expressway was made to Gaul. However, funds were allocated for the expressway, citing that it is up to Madura. The expressway was made up to Gaul and stopped. Such corrupt activities with the aim of taking commissions are spreading to all areas of the country. The people have no way to live. The electricity tariffs need to be reduced. The people do not have the facilities to obtain medicine from the hospitals and see to their children's education. Currently, cancer patients at the Maharagama Cancer Hospital are dying on a daily basis. There is no medicine there. Patients are being turned away. They don't look into it, but they have time for other things. They host the Datakula on an annual basis at the cost of millions. The law in the country is degraded. Society has degraded, and this country has become one where politics is also lost. When one looks at this act carried out by school children from the North Central Province, going door to door and even on the street, one might assume that these students are officers attached to the Provincial Administrative Service. This is because the task carried out by these students for the sale of a certain ticket for the North Central Province Education Development Fund is actually the responsibility of the officers attached to the Provincial Administrative Service mentioned in the North Central Province Education Development Fund Charter number 5 of 2003. One method of collecting money for this fund is the sale of tickets. As the sale of tickets is a responsibility that falls under the fund, the use of school children for this purpose instead of officers attached to the Provincial Administrative Service is in fact a violation of the North Central Province Education Development Fund Charter. This process of the sale of tickets by school students mocks the regulations that are in place prohibiting money being charged from school students other than for facilities and services rendered. The Secretary to the Provincial Ministry of Education, who also uses his powers to act as a Secretary to the Fund, justifies the use of school children for the sale of tickets.
එක ළමයෙකුට ටිකට් 10ක් වගේ විකුණෙන්න තියලා තියෙනවා.
One child will sell around 10 tickets. We printed the tickets after taking into consideration our student population and the number of teachers. We printed 1 million tickets. A ticket is priced at 20 rupees and a student will only have to gather 200 rupees.
රුපියල් 20ක් බරක් වෙනකොට රුපියල් 200ක් වෙන්නේ එක දරුවෙකුට.
However, based on what the Secretary to the Provincial Ministry of Education says, if 1 million tickets were printed, it would be impossible to use all the students in the province to sell these tickets. That is because the number of students in the province from grades 5 to 13 amount to nearly 200,000. If the aforementioned number of students are used for the sale of these tickets, a student should only sell 5 tickets. However, as the Secretary to the Provincial Ministry of Education says that a student must sell 10 tickets, it is evident that 2 million tickets have been printed. As one ticket is priced at 20 rupees, the revenue that can be generated by the sale of these tickets is 40 million rupees. This is in complete violation of the North Central Province Education Development Fund Charter number 5 of 2003. The North Central Province Education Development Fund Charter number 5 of 2003 clearly states that 200,000 tickets priced at only 10 rupees each should be sold annually to obtain funds. It is incidentally the responsibility of the fund to implement the sale of tickets. On Action TV tomorrow, we will take a look at the present situation of this fund.
News First, which commenced its U-Report concept to direct citizen journalism to a whole new level, successfully completed its 4th workshop for News First U-Reporters today.
An enthusiastic group attended this edition of the News First U-Report workshop today, held at the News First Centre in Colombo. Today was also an important day for the U-Report initiative itself, as the official Facebook page and official Twitter account of News First U-Report was launched today, providing a more practical aspect to news reporting. By becoming a U-Reporter, I can render service to my community. The News First team explained to the participants on how citizen journalism is carried out. A U-Reporter can report a small incident to the world to know. Civil renders a great service to the right to information. Today I leave this place as an individual who can reveal the truth.
The Deshabandhu Vidya Jyoti Dr. A.N.S. Kulasinghe Memorial Lecture in Need for an Integrated Development Framework in Sri Lanka took place in Colombo last evening.
Yes, the event was organised by the Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka.
Deshabandhu Vidya Jyoti Dr. A.N.S. Kulasinghe was a proud product of Maristella College Negombo and St. Benedict's College Colombo. He was a highly respected and internationally renowned civil engineer who was mostly referred to as an engineering genius. A floral tribute was presented at the event last evening. The memorial lecture was delivered by engineer Gratian A. Paris.
Many excel for a short time in life, and they excel only in a few narrow fields of expertise of their choice. But even among them, a handful is considered as truly genius. Deshabandhu Vidya Jyoti engineer Dr. N.S. Kulasinghe is one such uniquely gifted and talented true genius and a great human being. Ardent patriot, great engineer, inventor, innovator, entrepreneur of the highest caliber, and an unparalleled technological leader.
Son of A.N.S. Kulasinghe, Harit Kulasinghe was also present at the event.
Speaking at the event held to mark International Day of the Girl Child, UN Resident Coordinator called on Sri Lankan parliamentarians to take action on violence against girls.
The event organised by the Sri Lanka Women Parliamentarians Caucus was held in the parliamentary complex yesterday. A number of distinguished guests, including parliamentarians and diplomats, were present at the occasion.
Experiencing violence affects girls throughout their lives, and it's probably not only in Sri Lanka but elsewhere also. And we collectively need action that holds perpetrators responsible, ensures cases are heard without delay, that victims are provided safe and secure environments, and stigma against victims is reduced and violence in society is prevented. We are also advocating that justice is delivered promptly. We look to you, honourable members of parliament. Where you sit, you can make a change. We commit to be a partner in this journey.
I also believe that our parenting practices where the roles of girls and boys have been identified separately have to be changed. This has led to discrimination from early years. Both girls and boys should be given the same opportunities to further their talents and skills. In this modern world, girls too should be empowered to face the challenges.
A special function was held today to mark the 12th anniversary of the Islam Plumbers Society.
Plumbers from across the country attended the function that was held this morning.
We have been able to create a lot of recognition for plumbers. Individually, we are powerless, but together, there is nothing we cannot accomplish.
The Asia Pacific Television Music Competition commenced in Hanoi, Vietnam.
Yes, Sarit and Surit Jawardna, the guitar sensations who claim victory in the hit reality TV show Put Down to Puluwan on our sister channel Sirasa TV, are also taking part in the competition.
The competition is being held parallel to the Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union Summit. Sarit and Surit expressed these views news first.
අපිට තාටිකකින් ABO concept එකේ play කරන්න තියෙනවා. අපි හොඳට practice කරලා ඉන්නේ. ඒ වගේම අපි ශ්‍රී ලංකාවට ලොකු ගෞරවයක් ගේන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
Representatives from countries including Australia, Japan, China, Singapore, Malaysia and Indonesia also participated in the event.
Madagascar beat Sri Lanka today to clinch victory in the curtain raiser of the Serendip Cup Tri-Nation Rugby Tournament.
The Sri Lankan Tuskers lost the game played at the racecourse grounds 12 points to 17.
This is the first occasion on which the Sri Lankan rugby team outfit took on Madagascar. The Tuskers are currently ranked 39th in the IRB rankings, while Madagascar are ranked 44th. The Sri Lankans drew first blood in the game and went on to score 9 points before Lemons. Madagascar only managed to score 5 points. However, the visitors played a faster and more aggressive game in the second half to gather 8 points while conceding only 3 points to their opponents. The final score at the long whistle read 17-12 in favour of Madagascar.
And that try scored by Benja Rakota Irivelu.
Well, it was bad luck for Sri Lanka and the side. Boys did well. We did our best, but we had mistakes here and there, but I'm sure we'll be ready for the next game. We have come up to a level where we have to face countries like that who are playing very fast and aggressive rugby, so we'll be coming out very strong for next weekend.
Tonight we are very happy to win the first match. The objective, the target for tonight is to play good defense. It's very important for us because we are very well in attack and turnover, and we must progress in a defense. Tonight, we are very happy to realize good things in defense.
Now, MTV Sports is the media sponsor for the Serendip Cup, and remember, you can catch all the action exclusively on MTV Sports.
And that's a wrap for your primetime news bulletin. For the News First team, I'm Nicola D'Zoiza.
And I'm Madhushka Balasuriya. But before we go, here's a quick look at your weather forecast for tomorrow. Good night.
Hotline 0114 896 896 www.newsfirst.lk